Well, here we are, children. The end of the line, hopefully. Storyteller Starmix here, as we're reaching the very end of these NieR streams. It's so sad. I mean, there's so many stories I never got to tell. Like the one about the android alone in the underwater base, or the one about the android boys, or the one about the bumbling machine that liked dolls. Hell, I barely even said anything about the girl with the flower in her eye and her white talking dragon, and that one cursed as much as Kaine. Oh well, sometimes endings are abrupt, and sometimes they're bittersweet. We have seen in these streams how that feels after all. When we must keep our heads up, as one shouldn't live thinking of the bad times. So how about one last story for the road, huh? Let's make it about our good boy Emil. As you know, Emil managed to survive that incredible display of magical fireworks that he pulled against his battle with Popola. Even if it was just ahead, Emil kept on running around and around as years went by. This story is set long in the future. There were no people roaming around at all anymore. It was a bit lonely for poor Emil, but he managed to make his way through every day. He still kept a bright mood, if one could say so myself. After all, his friend wouldn't want him to be all mopey. As such, Emil continued to roll and bounce across the plains. It was a quiet and peaceful life. He would sometimes get into some shenanigans, of course, like fending a big angry boar every now and a while, or just trying to having to balance on top of a rock before then roll around like a random soccer ball. Still, fun times all around. But one day, something strange happened. Emil was doing his usual running business when he saw the strangest thing coming from the clouds. These light ships started to fill up the sky, casting shade upon the grass. They were no ordinary ships, though. They were UFOs! Creatures from outer space! Woo! Oh no, said Emil. This guy seems like bad news, and I can let these minis take over the Earth. My friend liked it so much. Take this, Emil Beam! And boom! Emil blasted a very good chunk of those UFOs, and then proceeded to another. Boom! And then another. Boom! And then another. But then the UFOs started to return fire, and Emil soon was overwhelmed by the vast army of cosmic invaders. Oh, what am I gonna do, pondered Emil? I can't give up. My friends wouldn't want that, but I can't do this on my own. Then that's when Emil got an idea. A crazy idea, but one crazy enough to work. Emil used his powerful arcane magics and whoop, duplication. Now there were two Emils. Two Emils became four Emils, and those became eight Emils, and so forth and so forth. Soon enough, Emil had a whole army of himself to fight alongside with. His UFOs were not gonna win as long as he and his other selves were still standing to defend the Earth. But that's where we live in that part of the story as we move even further in time. Years and years and millennia past what we're standing right now. The last Emil, the most Emil of all Emils, now standing at the very end of his life. Emil could just feel it, finally starting to slip away. What led to this event? Well, it had been so much time, well, uh, hold on, interruption.
Rip.
Well, that went completely.
Alright, that was a problem. Just in my last one, of course. Anyways, we kinda did this in post. We moved countless and countless of years as we watched the last of Emil vanishing from this plane. The noises around him soon became muffled and muted. He thought he could hear his android friends, but he couldn't tell anymore. That was it. The curtain called. Emil didn't cry and just embraced his inevitable end. As he once put it, he had bad times and he had many good times, and had now experienced countless new memories and new friends. And, thanks to his android buddies, had managed to retrieve some of those beloved treasured things that were so special to him in the first place. Still, as he stared at the sky, completely clear, he wondered, had he had done good, would his old friends be proud of him? The endless darkness started to take a hold of him, his consciousness and memories slipping away. But that's fine, he had enough, he thought to himself. He could finally let himself go.
Hmm.
That's when he opened his eyes to find himself surrounded by endless white. A warm feeling in the air enveloping him as everything feels so serene. He heard a voice calling him, a familiar voice. But this was no 2B or 9S or A2 or anyone that was around at that time. It was someone else. Figures started to show up in front of him, filling his eyes with tears. There they were, so many familiar figures. A young man of white hair, smiling alongside a white-haired woman wearing nothing but lingerie.
Hmm.
A young peppy girl also stood there to greet him, as well as a floating book. All his friends had come to greet him. The lunar tear that he would usually hold granted him one last wish. And as Emil moved closer and his friend had softly rested atop his head, he heard him say, "Welcome home, Emil.
Hmm.
You did good." I'm sorry. I think there's something caught inside of my vision lenses. This really feels like goodbye. They never revealed you. The world may make you feel insignificant, that nothing matters, but one has to always remember that it's not about escaping the end, but breathing in and create something from it. A future not dictated by projects and governments, destiny or gods, a future of your own making. As a wise spot unit once said, a future is not given to you, it is something you must take for yourself. Goodbye, my children. On with one last show. There we go. Thanks, babe.
I actually was kind of moved by that.
Yeah, that was very
I try.
touching.
I try my. I try my best.
Let me turn
But
my
save the best
AC
one
off.
for last. Just sad that my mom had to burst in then halfway through.
Yeah.
We can edit that in. I can always re-record it if you need it. Snake.
Emil and Alien's Excellent Adventure.
But basically, and this is to be honest, this story was in the remote NieR years before Automata was even announced.
Mhm.
This once again, it's another case of Yoko Taro taking a literal joke ending and making a full game out of it. This was supposed that whole bit with the aliens was supposed to be a joke in one of the drama series. It was just a dumb scenario. It's completely played for laughs.
Oh my gosh.
I just added a little thing from the Automata manga at the end to make it a little bit more emotional.
Yeah.
The second half is from one of the novellas from the NieR Automata, while the first half was NieR Replicant. But it's like just completely stupid. Anyways, last time in NieR Replicant, Snake did a bunch of stuff off screen so we could actually get back in here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
And we fought the Shadow Lord again. We also had to fight Kaine a bit, and then we made a choice to kill her in order to free her from her torment of becoming a shade.
Yep.
Pretty nice digs.
And so now we're going to do it all over again, except we're going to do the other option where we sacrifice our life to save hers.
Yep.
I did not get any memory alloys, unfortunately, so I wasn't able to upgrade the Dragon Slayer to level 4, sadly.
Look, we at least read the last weapon story last stream.
Yeah.
I think that's enough.
Yeah. Yeah. And even I wasn't even able to find any forlorn necklaces either, because those are like super rare.
It says rare drop on the wiki, so I assume so.
Yeah.
Iron pipe, iron pipe, iron pipe. One last time. Ow.
have something to defend. I have a reason to live.
Be gone, thought. Oh. Smack him. Did we get it? Did we get it? Did we get it?
We'll see.
Oh.
Wait for it.
Oh.
Rip.
I don't know.
Ain't that precious?
Damn. Well, skip again. This is the same as always. Remember, now we have to fight Kaine.
Right.
You know, sunshine.
Yeah, I guess we didn't get it.
God damn it!
I'm gonna.
How fast do you have to kill the bastard?
Let's see, really quick. Within 4 minutes and 4:20.
420.
Blaze it. Alright, can you beat Kaine in 3.5 minutes? Can he do it, kids? Can he do it?
Sunshine.
Listen to me. The shade ends soon.
I can't help
Just
Blah, 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 blah.
Skip
Alright, Snake, get ready.
3 minutes and 30 seconds or something.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Wait for it.
I don't want to hurt my friends.
It's not like I can stop it. When
Yes,
the
we know.
storms go
How
out
to
of
use
control,
Bertrude.
They lose their minds. Both
Yeah, we
of our
know.
memories will
I
be
wish I could hold a
completely overwritten.
control of the spin slash I have.
Mm-hmm.
Kaine!
Can you speak up? I can't understand you.
Read.
Alright.
Can you imagine her saying, like, read the fucking subtitles, dumbass?
Dude, the barrier.
Oh, shit!
You forgot how the boss fight was, doesn't it?
Bullet hell!
First of all, bullet hell, and secondly, you need to destroy those, like,
Yeah.
shooty things.
You gotta break her balls, man. You gotta break her balls. You know, in golf, when you miss the ball,
Come
it's called
on.
a whiff.
With us, Kaine. I'm who I am today.
Ooh.
because of you.
Jerk! Okay, you know what? No.
All the uneatables.
You're gonna get it.
I'm going to give up on you. I'm not going to abandon
I
someone.
don't know,
Oh
we
my
can beat it with... You survive.
I must have completely missed that line. I'm not gonna abandon someone I love. Like, wow.
I swear.
Ow!
Okay. Back to the Iron Will. Because none of
Hey,
this is
man.
working. Oh!
Okay. Never mind, I guess it was just dialogue. Fucking...
Yeah, no,
Come on.
that's a survival
That's the
thing.
problem with these freaking trophies. When does the battle technically count as starting?
I said,
Uh,
listen.
Now!
There's a way
That's how it ended up last time, too.
All right.
Yeah, but like, now...
Make a different decision.
Okay, pop the strength pill.
Yeah, after the dialogue.
Yeah.
I'm going to pin Kaine down.
Hey, you're still like doing big damage, damage to her. So
Might
I
as
think
well
that
pop one.
yeah.
You need to stab her in the heart.
I can't.
Fine. Don't believe me. Stand around. Fill up your axe and watch her die in terror.
Come on. All right, now you're doing the big damage.
There we go. I think
Did
that...
we do it?
I hope so.
Very
I don't see the
nice.
trophy.
Now, if you want to save your precious Kaine, there are two ways to do it.
All right,
Is to plunge your sword into her chest.
here we go.
That's what she wants after all.
You ready, Snake?
Freedom from
Ready for the pain?
What's the other way? The other way is to make her a normal human being again.
It's never
To make
explained
that
how
happen,
the fuck
you gotta trade
they
your
can
own
manage to do this.
existence for hers.
They just can.
Well, there you go. Good luck with that.
You're that shade. The one who lives inside Kaine. Why are you trying to help her?
Probably for the same reason you are. Enough talk. Make your choice.
All right, Snake, are you
I don't
ready?
know. I have no idea if all replicants are made exactly the same or not, but
All right,
okay.
time for the pain.
There goes everything we collected.
Yep.
You'll disappear from this world. Your sister, your friends, everyone in your life will forget you. You and any sign that you ever existed will be erased. But in exchange, Kaine will return to her mortal life.
Okay, so it does warn you. Okay.
Yep.
I was thinking that it wouldn't warn you.
No, it will warn you. Just
Even if you elect it
okay. This
again,
is new. This has to be like new.
you can always return to the selection by clearing the game again. Are you
Please let
still
her-
sure about this?
Yes.
I would love.
Are
Yeah,
you
there
really
is a
sure
third
about
one.
this? Are you really, really sure about this? Yes!
I was
All right.
hoping that would happen.
Write it down.
Erase yourself.
This is actually a really interesting callback to like the first sending when you had to put your name in for the answer.
That's...
Yep.
that's actually really good. All save files will be erased.
I was going to tell you that you were like trying to do multiple save files, and I was like, oh, should I tell him? Oh boy.
This is just like an automata.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye, Quest.
Oh, this one is gonna hurt.
Oh,
Bye,
gosh.
weapon.
Oh,
There
bye.
goes-
Bye, Iron Wheel.
It would have been so much funnier if it left Iron Wolf for the very last one,
True.
just because he
If
used
only,
it so
like,
much.
yeah.
Goodbye, the only fish I ever caught.
Goodbye, fish.
The one fish.
Goodbye,
Goodbye,
tutorials I
tutorial.
never looked at. Well, I
Goodbye,
definitely looked at all
documents we did
those.
what?
Goodbye,
Well,
a love
most of
letter
them.
he received at one point.
Goodbye, word list. I'll never be
I
able to
do-
read again.
Goodbye,
Goodbye,
status.
stats.
Goodbye, notes.
Goodbye, fragments. It's not like we collected you like 5 times. Goodbye, save file.
Yep, they got rid of your
Oh.
other one too.
Wow. I thought
That's
it
what
would
I
just
said,
only be...
all save
But
files.
yeah, they said all save files would be erased.
They don't want they don't want you to cheat it.
And we're gone.
Wait, what?
Huh?
What are we talking about? Probably nothing important. Why am
Oh
I
my God.
wearing this?
Are you all right?
I'm not all fragment and pixely
Yona?
and black
It
and
was
yellow.
you, the one who helped me, I mean. Wasn't it?
Like, to clarify some information. Basically, everything you did still happened, but nobody remembers who did it. Or I just assume Kaine did it. So
Thank you
Emil's
so
still
much.
Emil, Jonah still is Jonah. Kaine did
I'm glad
all
you're
the
okay.
stuff, but nobody, not even Kaine herself, remembers NieR. Except vague little
What's
fragments
wrong?
there.
I mean, you defeated the Shadow Lord and everything, but you don't look happy.
I don't?
This is a lunar tear. How pretty.
The same lunar tear NieR gives Kaine when she gets depetrified.
Are you crying?
Yeah. I guess I am.
This hurts.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It's like I just found something special. Something very special.
God. I'm not gonna.
Why?
I'm not gonna lie. That actually made me tear up a little.
It is so sad. And think about it. This is, again, PS3 version. This is how it ends. Good lord. There's no, in the PS3, there's no extra. You lost everything. That's the ending.
Well, I guess after getting that ending, I can say with some sort of confidence that I guess even though humanity is going to be extinct forever, Kaine at least gets to live the rest of her life without pain.
Yep. So does Jonah, and so does everybody else who's still around. As I said, sometimes the road to something is sad, and you just have to deal with it. But that doesn't mean there's no that somebody else can be happy.
Yeah.
Especially someone that suffers so much that kind of deserves some happiness in her life.
Yeah.
Yeah, she did. She did deserve it.
Yeah, so this game isn't entirely sad.
No, it's bittersweet. It's what I kept mentioning, and it's the one thing that I always try to push that Kylie continues to refuse, which is fine, but at the same time, that's what I was trying to say, is that, yeah, it is sad. There's no inevitability about it. But one has to see the happy side, otherwise it would have been out for nothing.
Yeah. And I get as that, yeah, humanity is going to be extinct, but the machine life forms and any of the other androids in the future have pretty much inherited the Earth anyway.
Yeah, and they will carry, and they may not be human, but they definitely carry on our legacy.
I mean, they were made by them after all.
Yeah, but at the same time, like, both the machines and the androids start learning stuff from humans and trying to carry them out. So in a way, humanity still exists, just in a more ethereal concept.
And the music box stopped.
Yep. Now it's just eerie.
But yeah, I just wanted to say that is why I love the NieR series. It's like, yeah, it's depressed, it's sad and depressing, but it's presented in like a bittersweet way, not in a, oh, everything is dark and dreary.
Yeah, it's what I like the NieR franchise, but I'm kind of mild on Drakengard.
Same.
The problem with Drakengard 1 is that no, there is no funny side. It's just constant punishment for you even attempted to turn on the game.
Yeah.
What?
I mean, the first ending you get, Snake, in Drakengard is probably the quote-unquote happiest ending. Meanwhile, every other ending you get is worse than the next until you get to ending E, which is the one that you have to get the 100% of it, which is just an giant slap on the face. Because, unlike the characters in NieR, Kaine and his crew are a bunch of irredeemable assholes. All of them. Yoko Taro has this, like, I wouldn't call it belief because I don't know what he actually thinks of life and everything. But in his games, there always seems to be this theme of if you are a bad person, yeah, it doesn't mean you're immediately like fucked forever, but rather that as long as you get to pay up your sins, you may get a happy ending.
I mean, I feel like that's perfectly
or
fine.
no, yeah, but that's the difference between Drakengard. Because in Drakengard, you don't get to pay your sins.
Oh.
It's basically a deconstruction of the RPG genre in which a hero just arguments himself in the need of slaughtering millions of characters for a bunch of characters that hasn't really felt that much pain other than just the world and war. But meanwhile, you have characters like Kaine, who has suffered her whole life, but still managed to get through it, and she gets a happy ending.
Mm-hmm.
Or, for better example, 9S and 2V, which had a constant cycle of life of basically psychological and literal torture of having to be dead and alive, dead and alive, dead and alive forever. And what do they get? They probably get their happiest ending of all.
Mm-hmm.
He said it himself in an interview. The reason why I decided to give a happy ending, a somewhat happier ending to them in Automata is because I felt that them constantly having that cycle was punishment enough of of whatever sin they had. By the time Automata starts, they any bad stuff they have done has long been paid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,